Hey, how's it going, guys, and welcome back to the weekly look at what's happened to Oldschool Runescape. So we started this week off by showcasing even more achievement diary teasers, as Mod John C went in depth with the changes made so far to the possible rewards and has been leaking diary requirements and live streams in on Twitter. And if you're curious, he'll have an even more specific list on the requirements up over the Christmas holidays, so look forward to that. And speaking of teasers, we've got a bit of a sneak peek of the nostalgic 2005 Christmas event soon to come to Oldschool Runescape. And it looks awesome. So you can expect to see that event in-game on December the 18th, and we'll have a video walking you through it out next week. On top of that, we'll also be hosting a Christmas special Q&A this upcoming Thursday, as well as several live streams over the holidays. Now up next, we announced a couple new contests. One of them was to name the Snake Boss, and the other was for a Christmas-themed login screen over the holidays. So if you'd like to take part in those contests, be sure to send your entries to oldschoolcommunity@jagex.com. And finally, the big news, the trading post, which finally made its way to the game this week, and it's found in just about every bank in the game. So players now have the ability to find items and contact sellers through the trading post. However, as anticipated by the Oldschool team, there have been heavy requests for features more similar to the Grand Exchange, such as automatic trading. And as mentioned in Thursday's Q&A by Mod Ash, we're more than happy to offer such big changes should they pass the poll soon to come, and he also mentioned the idea of letting players send trade requests through the post so you could use the Oldschool trade screens without having to meet up. Bit of a nice compromise. And you can find a more in-depth video on what exactly the trading post is and how to use it linked below. And lastly, it's time to take a look at our player spotlight. So first up, we witnessed an AMA on the 2007 Scape Reddit, done by a cancer patient with the user iSkypeMoms. And this individual even went on to post a part 2 of his story, stating that chemo was going well and acknowledged how much the support from the community was helping him. It was a real sight to see as the community joined together in such a positive manner to support a fellow player, so well done guys, that was awesome. Next up, Beastly has posted a video of himself finding two quote-unquote noobs and offered him 100k to duke it out in the ring of his player-owned house. Both players of course willingly agreed, and sure enough the higher level player won. That's when we witnessed a true Christmas miracle, as the victor then went on to split the winnings with the other player. That's nice to see. And lastly, we have Faux Freedom, who managed to obtain a second Guthan's chain skirt on his Iron Man, so he decided to sell it to a general store. What happened next was pretty crazy, as his viewers from Twitch began to show up one after another and offered some seriously high value items as sacrifice to the general store. And it's pretty crazy to see what some people were willing to let go of. Which brings me to the comment question of the day. What's the craziest thing you've ever seen sold in a general store? And aside from that guys, that concludes our weekly look at Oldschool Runescape, so we'll thank you for watching and be sure to subscribe to keep up to date with the game. See you next time guys.